on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale.
Oh, sorry, I did not even pick my
Today
fucking
we've got a good
Fuck.
NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And he returns this to the 22. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And
are you kidding me? Wow. Amazing. Good old man.
Chris Godwin.
I thought you had a half day today.
And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at even 21 miles an hour. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
All right.
Buy some time right.
Hey, it's sent to you.
It's sent to me. All right.
Check to see. Will you check to see if you got it?
Yeah, I'm on back. Went back home. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm gonna do that to either then.
Yeah, because it doesn't fuck up, man.
We're gonna be in fucking Madden and lose because we talking shit about work.
Yeah, keep me away from Justin. Oh my God, the tractors! I forgot about those boys, man.
Next week, as soon as I can get his ass a computer. It says on here, I put on the offer letter that your anticipated start date is September 27th. So.
All right.
You're
They just sent it?
Yeah.
Alright.
I just asked her if they were automatically sent. It says on this letter that it was forwarded to your email, but I'm gonna make sure if she didn't send it. I mean, I'm just gonna figure out how to send it to you real quick because I can't send it externally.
Damn, I've been sneezing a lot. You're not gonna wash your hands?
What are you at already? She didn't send it though. I'm about to get it sent right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I was re-logging into my email.
Yep, Malak's sending them out for me right now. I still can't send external emails, but she can, so she's sending them all out for me.
Cool.
Just send it back to her email that she sent it from, so she can forward it to me. So I
Okay.
can't get external emails too. So like after you like print it and scan it and sign it, send it back to her email.
Cool.
So that way I get it. I'll go off mute for a second.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Alright then. Alright. And it's so hard. Ooh, yeah, you have huh? Yeah. I don't think this email came, Jimmy. At least not yet. Not yet. I'm in the other room. Shit, about to order me some fucking food. Alright, I'm back now.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a Broncos.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now Murray. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
I got the second string quarterback out there.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Whoa. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that... Close quickly. On second down now, it's Carson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. To pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They'll run on first down. Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there on a first down for Seattle. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Scouted the line of scrimmage. With their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run, 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They run it with Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Murray now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
From the 29, Murray eluding the pressure right. His throw is going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going for it. It's Murray. Flush to his right. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing now is Murray, rolling to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A final shot before half from Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Rondale Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
Remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Trey Lance, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. In that game, all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Second half starts with a run by Gibson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Dog, how did my own fucking team get in the fucking way?
Not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And he is Isabella. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw is Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Carson will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw is Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
That really could have used that stop, trailing here in the 4th. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Cardinals, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.